Welcome back to yet another episode of our African adventures in Euro Truck Simulator 2. This time we're coming in from Tobruk in Libya. We're probably going to be going into Benghazi because Alexandropol is all the way over in Greece, but we have to go over to Alexandria first, and we've already driven that route, so that's something that we don't want to do again. We want to go and explore a little bit more. So Benghazi it is, and it seems like the floor panels Tobruk to Benghazi over here is a little bit better than the iron pipe, so we might as well just go ahead and accept that. We've only got 55 minutes to accept the job though. But then again, as soon as you press accept, you get taken right away to the job, don't you? That's right. Okay, we're already connected to it. Because we have to accept missions and take jobs by ourselves because we don't really have our own truck, which is a bit sad. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, a bit of lag there, but off we go. Okay, so this is where we pretty much left off. This is going to be right at the end of Tobruk, pretty much. I see where we are. Okay. Cool beans. Let's go ahead and just get everything up and running. We'll turn on radio. Put a bit of music on. I think that was actually a bit too loud, wasn't it? No, it's not. It's good. Seems like you guys really enjoy the driving as well. So, of course, we're going to be continuing that on. Let's go ahead and chuck a right. Firstly, we should make sure it's okay to drive, and it is. And you guys want me to drive on the right, so might as well get the indicator back on and drive on the correct side of the road. All right. We've got proper street signs. That is pretty sweet. All right. So out of Tobruk we go. Definitely a jungle vibe here, almost like Far Cry 3, although the trees and stuff don't look as amazing. All day I've been just looking at making a water-cooled PC. It's just amazing the technology that's come so far. You can just pretty much water-cool anything you'd ever want. Even your hard drives even, which is pretty crazy. Even your RAM, which is pretty pointless because water-cooling your RAM pretty much does not help you out at all. Mainly just your CPU and your graphics cards. Graphics cards cost a heck of a lot of money as well. It's pretty ridiculous how much they cost at the moment. You think that they'd cheapen, a bit like RAM. RAM used to cost so much back in the day. Then again, I'm talking like I'm in an old fart, which I'm really not. Actually, we could have even turned left just off that other part of the road, but we actually knocked down a signpost, which is no good. Let's go turn right so we allow other cars to overtake like the good and proper drivers that we are. Another thing that I probably should have checked is yeah, there we go. We've got 562 kilometers available. We've got 430 kilometers. Okay, so we're just gonna have enough fuel. I'm surprised I didn't have enough fuel for that other job. Usually you'd expect him to give us enough fuel. Anyways, why do we keep on getting messages as well? F8, no short messages. We've got emails though. It's probably from the bank, isn't it? That's what I'm expecting. And the best thing about taking jobs that you get put into right away is that you don't need to go to sleep. You guys just good to go whenever. So estimated time is at 1:45, so it's going to be night time. Any moment now. Actually, I think we can already start seeing some stars. There's the sun. Clouds are looking nice. There was even a truck simulator racing game that came out not that long ago, although it was pretty crappy. Actually, it was incredibly crappy. It was much akin to like one of those Formula One games back in the early 2000s. It's really blocky graphics, but it was with trucks, which was pretty funny. But I didn't upload any footage of that because it was just shockingly bad. And it wasn't really funnily bad, it was just annoyingly bad. So there are some games that are pretty amusingly bad. I think more people should look at. Anyways, what the hell is this? It seems like it's some oil refinery right ahead of us, which is pretty cool. At least the scenery's changing around a bit. We're still driving on the coastline of Africa, if we zoom out. Actually, right now it says that we're driving on the ocean, but okay. I know we're not, that's for certain. And Benghazi is like over in the ocean as well. Surprisingly, they didn't like make the roads align with the actual borders of the country. Anyways, I guess you can't have everything. We're gonna have to turn our lights on. Okay. I think we've got our lights on at the moment. That looks pretty good. Pretty sure we've got our lights on. Ooh. Better make sure I'm driving properly. I'm driving a bit too fast around here, folks. Anyways, let's go back in cockpit. Or in the driver's seat. A better view of what the hell we're doing. Driving in the middle lane. We're not going all that slow. No one really seems to be overtaking us. Oh, wow. Even the trains are working on this mod. It's really pretty amazing how well it's made. A bit of scaffolding, that's a bit sketchy. Must have been a newly built bridge. 360 kilometers left. Sounds like the kilometers just fly by. Thankfully, we'll have more than enough fuel to finish the job, though. We won't run into any of the more of those really annoying problems. And then from Benghazi, we'll probably go to Tripoli, still in Libya, and then I want to go like all the way to Morocco, and then we'll have a look at the missions that we can take. Also, probably what I should have accepted first off, like in my when I leveled up, is maybe I'll cheat it out. It's like I'll go to the documents and profile, and then I'll unlock like all of the abilities, like to drive, eco driving, and driving distance, etc. So we can accept missions which are much longer. We don't have to just drive around really short distances. So we can have some like multi-episode rides from one side of the earth to the other. At least Africa to northern England, northern Great Britain, over to Aberdeen in Scotland. Actually have a closer look. So, well, almost halfway, sort of. A little bit. Then we got Benghazi to Sirte, and then there's cities all around here. Actually, I think we'll go to Tangier, and then we'll go. Okay, there's no bridge over here. Oh no, not bridge, but tunnel, like there is in real life, which is pretty amazing. Africa and Europe, I'm pretty sure they're like, well, they would be incredibly close. No doubt you could probably even see Spain and Africa if you stood like on the edge of one continent. You'd see the other, which is pretty cool. I think like the width is only like, I don't really know, but it's pretty short because there are tunnels, so there's that. Anyways, off we go driving, back on our 90km/h speed limit. In Africa, surprisingly, there's no speed cameras. That'd be a nifty revenue raiser for all those African countries with all their budget problems. Seems like there's even a radio tower out there. Definitely Far Cry style. Pretty big radio tower too. Not sure why that fence is there on the right. Is it protecting us from the sunflowers or protecting the sunflowers from us? Is the real question there, folks. Still, no one seems to be overtaking. The roads do seem to be quite barren. It's more in the other way that people are driving. Maybe I'm just driving too fast for all the other cars. There we go. We can start seeing some more stars up in the sky. Clouds are changing. Still really light. I guess we're right on the equator though. Well, not right almost at the equator. So it wouldn't get quite as dark over here yet. Or would it? No, it would get darker. It'd usually get dark like every 12 hours because like the distance doesn't change at all when you're at the equator. So the Earth, of course, tilts. But that would mean the equator is pretty much at the same point every time. Anyways. Yeah, it is really light. Maybe this mod might have changed the night settings. Or brightness settings and all that. It's still definitely getting darker, but it's almost 9 o'clock. And it's not... Oh, well, here we go. It's coming on. We do have our lights on. It's a good thing. Couldn't really tell with all that sunlight. But see, it's still really bright. Incredibly bright still. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, then tell me, and then we'll continue on our journeys, probably to Gibraltar, and then onwards over into around Spain and Portugal, and then we'll probably just jump over to Denmark or something, have a closer look at all the new places, because I'm assuming that Denmark is going to look a lot differently compared to Africa. At least hopefully it does. I do like the fact though that we have many different roads to drive on now, many new roads to drive on. Models of the truck still look really nice. It runs really smoothly. Anyway, let's drive on the right hand side of the road. Other people can overtake us. There we go. Surprisingly, you didn't want to overtake us before, because I'm sure that car's been behind us like for a good couple of 100 meters, a couple of 100 kilometers. More rather than meters. Alright, where is this road that's coming up? Okay. Alright, so we can already see a bit of Benghazi. That's what we can see on the map. Right there. So we're getting really close. Still got new mail. Still 200 kilometers off though. And those, yeah, okay. That sound is when we're driving on the line, which we don't want that. On the median strip. Definitely don't want that. Is there like some feature on the truck that does that, or is it just because the wheels are just making that weird sound or something? But if it's the wheels, then it's a bit of a weird sound, really. But let's go chuck the left, so I can overtake this poor bugger. Needs to be struggling. Up we go, up the hill. Got some power lines up above. Not sure if that's included in a mod or is it part of the game, that truck. I think it wouldn't be surprised if it was part of a mod. I'm pretty sure the mod also changes around vehicles and liveries and all of that. Gives you a lot more options because the mod is really big. Of course, now it makes the map huge as well. Alright, so we've got 150 kilometers left. How big was the journey? It says destination Benghazi to Stokes. Not sure how that works. Maybe Stokes is like the city next to Benghazi, like this stuff. Yeah, okay. I see. Oh wait, so this is like an island or something. Interesting. So this is mainland Benghazi, mainland Libya, and they've got a port. Right, that's what it is. It'd be interesting to see how all that works out. Still got a lot of time on the job as well. We've got 17 hours in fact, where we're gonna get there in about 2. If we keep driving the way we have been driving, which is pretty good. Still got 280 or 262 kilometers left. We've driven about 250 kilometers so far. It wasn't a massive drive, but it wasn't really an incredibly short one either. Nice length. I like these types of length drives. They're not overbearingly long, but I do like my long drives as well because the payday from that can be mighty good. And I like probably the most appealing aspect of the game to me is the endurance part of it. And it's at your own pace because there's some games that you can play like multiplayer, a bit like War Game, Airlands Battle, and European Escalation, which can take, or even the Total War games, when you play multiplayer, a battle can last an hour or so. That just takes way too long if you might have to leave or something. You don't want to do that, but sometimes you have no choice, and pretty much have to quit the multiplayer game and it counts as a loss, and that's no good. You don't want to play half an hour into a game and then have to quit. Whereas this, because it's single player, you can just chill out, sit back and relax and not have to worry about anything. Especially because this has got a really good autosave feature. You don't even notice it when it autosaves, but it does it a heck of a lot. Alright, so we're back to the coastline. We're right on the edge of Africa at the moment. Or a part of it. I think we're going to be heading back inland. Yep. So close look at how we're doing. Okay. Righto. It's getting quite dark. Nowhere near as dark as I thought. Thankfully we've got our lights on so we're not getting fined, and that bridge is mighty bright. I don't know what that is. Oh right, no, that's not the bridge, that's just the game arrows telling us that we can only go forward. Okay. That must have taken a lot of time just to fix every road and do all that. Pretty impressive. Anyways, we've got to zoom in onto the map so we know where we're driving. Seems like we're going forward. Already got off the median strip. Surprisingly, they've got lights around here. I guess it's Benghazi, so that's why. Let's have a look outside of the city. We've got some low texture images, but they still look pretty good from afar. Let's just go back inside. What the hell is that on the right? I've got no idea. Headlight usage offense. What? Maybe, okay, maybe we're not indicating. I'm assuming that's what it was. I mean, I got my headlights on. We don't want our floodlights on, of course. Okay, no poles were harmed in the making of that turn, which is a good thing. Now we're off onto the ports. We just went around all of Benghazi just like that. What the hell is that massive structure? I think it's just a rock. There's just a bunch of blackness over there. Interesting. That looks really sweet as well. That looks really good, the moon's reflection. The moon doesn't look so good. It's too round for me. That looks really good though. It's always a full moon as well. Alright, so here's that port. The water reflections look amazing. Anyways, we're gonna have to turn right. So let's allow this car to overtake. You're running out of fuel. Well, I've got 100 kilometers left. Alright, so now at least we know when it warns us when we're running out of fuel. When we're down to the last 100 kilometers. Thankfully, we've only got 29 kilometers left. Wow. That is a nice looking place overall in general. So I'm gonna take this over here. Should be going a little bit slower. Cool. Sort of jammed ourselves into a bit of a problem. Now we should be good. Hopefully we haven't damaged anything, which is quite amazing for me. Up we go on the ferry. Looks like we need to go over here on the left hand sides. What are you talking about? Headlight usage offense. What is that for? Alright, so where do we want to go? We want to go to the islands. We can go to Kalamata or Chania. Alright, so we want to go to the islands. Only going to cost us €50 anyway. Have new mail. I'm not really sure what this whole island's about. Interesting looking place. Let's go back to the map. There's not going to be much that we can really do over here. It's incredibly small. We're just going to finish up this mission, and there's probably going to be not much left, really. Probably choose a mission from Benghazi. We should be driving on the right-hand side, shouldn't we? Just indicate. Side we go. 15 kilometers left. Oh. We're pretty pissed if we get another headlight fine or headlight usage fine. Let's go turn right though. Gonna have to be turning right anyway. Well, down below on my information panel, it says we've got 158 kilometers left. Anyways, must have misread that. I think it probably said 180 and I read the 8 as a 0. Anyways, we are pretty much where we need to be. Over in Stokes, which is a company. What are we delivering again? Floor panels. Better start slowing down. Have a closer look at those floor panels and the bright light. Where do we need to drive off to? Over here. We might as well do this like real truck drivers. Stop it. Actually, oh, we don't really need to. Oh, I will indicate. Alright, this is always so much worse with the goddamn trailers. No, we're not going to get it. No way. All right, let's just go and accept the delivery. Or at least give the delivery so they can accept it. Oh no, we're actually even causing damage. Oh no. So much. It was in the last second, from excellent to good work, we get fined €173 and 14 XP. But thankfully, we gained a lot of experience then. 442. It's pretty decent. So we'll go with, actually I did get long, nice. That's smart. I get long distance, so that's what I'm going to keep on going for. Pretty impressed with that. We're at €5,500. Let's have a close look at our emails. Need money. That is the bank. And then we're looking for skilled drivers with their own trucks. All right. Some job offer at Tobruk. Let's go back to quick job. See what we can take up from Ghazi. All right, so this is a new part of. It's going to be an interesting drive. So I've never driven where we had to go in two types of ferries or two fast forward things. Trip time 39 hours. Quite a large ferry distance, not so much the land distance. That is definitely quite nice. It's a new part of Tripoli as well. Pretty much all of this is going to be new parts of the world. I want to go not to Tobruk. Definitely not to Tobruk. What's the distance? 452 kilometers. I want to go to Sirte. Shame they ain't gonna let me, are they? Mata? No. Definitely don't want to go there. But seems like we're gonna have to skip Sirte. Bit unfortunate, really. Go to Sparti. Maybe we'll go to like somewhere Venetia, where we are offered the best paying job. It seems like it's only €2.50 or so. Still, best paying job at the moment. The longest job by far. But until next time, guys, that will be it for yet another Euro Truck Simulator 2 video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you are, make sure you like this video. Let me know that you want to see more. But until next time, I'll see you later.